You know, I didn't sleep as well last night as I thought I would. I woke up a lot. I'm not sure why. It was a little hot in my room. I'm about to put that air conditioner on Snowmaker tonight. I do most of my work the night before. I get all my tackle organized. I don't want to have to worry about much in the morning because I'm not very good in the morning. I hate mornings. That's the one thing wrong with our sport. We start too early.
You know, the ride this morning was pretty uneventful for about, I'd say, 150 yards.
So this morning we hop in a truck and we just start going. The trucks in front of us were slowing down, I guess, for the red light that had already turned green. We slow down. About the time we begin to accelerate, go wham!
You good, Ock? Everybody all right?
You all right, man?
Yeah. I really didn't like your boat.
Apparently not.
You know?
Especially the motor.
What happened? We had a boat official rear end one of the boats and it knocked the motor completely off. Oh my God. You're kidding? No.
Unfortunately, my boat official did not see the boat in front of us that was stopped.
The back of the truck just totally gets lifted up from the impact from the truck behind us.
I am fresh out of JB Weld.
Yeah, but you got duct tape, right?
There is nothing uglier than 5:31 in the morning looking down at a Mercury laying on the asphalt.
Well, the trailer's busted out here.
Doing this as long as I've done it, I've seen a lot of accidents, and that's what it was, an accident, but I've never seen one where the motor falls completely off. It's pretty crazy.
Okay, those that can are going.
Unfortunately, the vehicles and boats got a little damage to them, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, nobody was hurt, and that's the most important thing.
It is a little odd to be working on tackle in the middle of the street. That's, I have to say, is the first time I've ever unloaded tackle and reloaded tackle in the middle of the highway.
That tells you that I am unsure of where we're gonna go.
Hello in there. Hello, hello, hello.
That's the Mississippi River. You can fish over the dam. You just can't go through there and that'll show up on your
Just can't go through there?
So when we got to the ramp, Randy White, the producer, hands me a map of the lake, and you know, it's a sizable lake. And that's what I like. You know, I want to have a big area. I want to have a big playing field. I don't want to fish on top of other guys. I don't want to see another competitor.
Pokegama Lake.
Pokegama?
Pokegama.
Pokegama. Randy White came walking by, handed me a map, and I'm like, what's the zone? And he's like, dude, you got full rain of this whole lake except, you know, this area right here that's darked out.
It's just such a blast not knowing what you're going to run into. Who's going to catch them? Who's going to figure it out first? They should fish big. Looking at it. We got more personalities in the field that we fish with today. We had like the toolbox of hammers. Like there were no other tools out there today. They were all hammers. I'm like, how did I get picked to fish in this round?
No days dedicated to practice. The morning ride-through is the first opportunity for the anglers to survey the water.
This lake was tons of offshore cover, tons of, you know, heavy cover on the bank. I mean, it literally had everything you want. Like, I knew it would fish really big. I spend most of my ride around town just looking for the glory hole.
I was pretty calm this morning. I was ready to go, but I was calm.
3, 2, 1, lines in.
See what lives here.
All right, fish, go ahead.
Looks super good here.
Just it, that. Gotta go. Take this.
First fish, I guess, out of everybody was my fish. Was 4 pounds, 5 ounces largemouth on a frog.
Let him go. All right.
That was a good start. You know, 4 pounder fast fish. You know, then I followed up another 2.5 pounder. My first 2 fishes weighed like a 7 pound. So that was a good start.
Got another score tracker update for you, Mike.
Okay.
Taka Hero has caught his second bass, 2 pounds, 14 ounces.
You know, the one thing about Score Tracker, I mean, to me, I try to always use it as an advantage. If they're catching them and you're not getting bit, you need to be moving. You need to be making a change. That's the right kind, guys. I'm like, okay, I'm getting in a good zone right here. I feel pretty good about it. And I just, you know, picked up a swim jig. I covered as much water as I could and then ended up picking a spinnerbait up and catching 3 or 4 pretty quick. And it just seemed like everything was rolling pretty good.
I had pulled into the back of this bay and it had, you know, lily pads and buggy whips and it had tules and grass. And I mean, it was just perfect. Come on out of there. I mean, when I caught that first fish on a frog, it's like, hey, now, I'm digging, you know, I'm digging this. I like this. I can see a lot of it, you know, down the bank ahead of me. You know, I tried some other stuff. Tried horny toad running across the top real fast and buzzbait and, you know, some different stuff. But they really, you know, this morning, they really wanted the frog. So, I felt real confident all the way through the first period. He ate it, too. I mean, that's how you want a frog bite to be now.
With most of the field off to a fast start, 2-time MLF Cup champion Kevin Van Dam was struggling to find a pattern.
The way he's fishing for a bunch. He wasn't fishing for them isolated ones. He's looking for a place he can light it up. We'll see. Typically, if he starts slow, he ends quick. I noticed that Kevin didn't have them this morning, but Kevin has a certain style. He's looking for a school of fish, and I knew what he was doing. That's not a big deal for him not to be catching them early because he doesn't get rattled.
We'll know real quick if they're there in a big way. But that's what you try to always look for in this format is someplace that, you know, can hold a concentration of fish. You know, right off the bat, I started on a spot and they were following my, you know, like every cast I was having a follow, they wouldn't bite. Oh, there's one who's followed it in right there, smallmouth. Why ain't they not eating it? And it's not like they were just swimming along lazily behind my jerkbait. They were like darting, slashing, and nipping and doing everything but eat it. And I'm like, my God. And so this morning was like the worst start ever for me in Major League Fishing. There's one. Big largemouth. Oh, looky there. Huh. So finally, late in the first period, I got a few bites, and they were largemouth, which just shocked me, and I was fishing offshore. I thought there was gonna be all smallies in here, but maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. You know, I was throwing a Strike King Series 5 and a Series 3 deep diving crankbait, and I noticed these fish were relating to the grass, but I saw so much bait and stuff, you know, I mean, it just, everything looked good. Another largemouth. That one's coming to jump. Big one. Yeah, we got something we can work now. It looked like smallmouth water, yet I was catching largemouth, so I knew I needed to change my focus, you know, going into the second round. Oh, chunks right there. We're going Dr. Frankenstein, gonna come to the party today.